my name is Jessica and welcome to Makeup.misfit, and finally welcome to Pan Those Eyeshadows. This update has been put off for such a long time. I did have a bit of an update back in February. I was going to hold off because of my eye situation at the time, so I couldn't wear eye makeup, blah, blah, blah. That got prolonged much further than I was expecting. I have posted a couple videos, 2 Project Level Up videos, so if you haven't seen those yet, please go take a look. But I am ready to dive into the progress of these palettes that I pulled back in January at the beginning of this year. So let's not waste any time and let's get into this. So these are in no order. I can't remember what way I chose these palettes, but we're just gonna go through them. And the very first one is the smallest palette in this bunch, which is the Too Faced Teddy Bear palette. Now, I think it was For Real that I had, which my goal was obviously to hit pan on, and that was this shade right here. So you can see I definitely did that. I can't quite remember when it was, but I want to say it was about March time. I had hit pan on this, so I have not used that shade since, but you can see that this is an empty pan right here. That was just another cream shade, so I was using that to set down my lids. So I've made some decent progress in here. I do enjoy this palette. I really liked creating like the pinkier tones, and then I'd also like creating the more like neutral brown tones. So it's very pretty. I really haven't dipped into this in quite a while, but I'm excited that I have as much progress on this as I do, and I'm ready to move on to the next palette. Next, what I'm going to show you guys is another Too Faced palette. This is the Pumpkin Spice, and I think it was called Want a Piece of Me? For Me, something like that. This purple shade right here. As you can see, there is no pan. There is a little bit of a dip though. I was using it a few times, but I did kind of give up on it. I really wasn't enjoying that shade as much. A part of me kind of wants to retry it, but I am going to roll this out of this project for now. Maybe one day when I'm just kind of feeling like it, I will pull it back in and just try to use it for a day or two and see what happens. I really don't have any intention on hitting pan in this shade, but that's okay. Maybe one day it'll happen, but not right now. So this is going to get rolled out, but I was happy to get a little bit more use on this palette, even though it wasn't a whole bunch. We are going to talk about the last shade that was rolled in from a palette, and this is my Blends palette by Blend Bunny. I had the shade Secrets. I don't know, yes, you guys can see from there, but that is this very light pale yellow shade. And guys, I had hit this by my update for February. Like when I was talking about being able to switch things around or whatever I had said, I was talking about this palette. I was able to roll this palette out in that February update, but I wanted to hold off because I knew I wasn't going to be using a whole lot of makeup for the month of February. So I've held on to this. I have not used it since. I would really like to dip into this a little bit more and get some more use out of it, but because it's been in with all this other makeup, I really haven't thought about it too much. But it was such like an easy shade to use, but it took a lot longer to hit pan than I kind of expected. But also it was so light that you couldn't even see it on me, so I really had to build it up a lot. But I'm very excited that I at least have one pan in here, and I would like to see a few more at some point. But of course this one's being rolled out for now, and I'm really excited about it. So then last but not least is the single. So if you're not aware, I do roll in 4 shades. 3 of them come from palettes, 1 of them is a single. I have the single in here right now, and it's from Glaminatrix, and it's called Cornflower. And you guys, this was such a beautiful shade. I think this is the one. Yeah, I'm a little blind right now, but I hit pan on that so quickly. I do think that this was another one that I was able to roll out for that February update and never did. It's kind of hard to see, but it is right up there. This was so soft, but it was absolutely beautiful. Again, I have not reached for it since then, and I do want to continue on using this one and just Glaminatrix in general. I do have a couple of shades from them, but it was so pretty. I thoroughly enjoyed that one, but I was super excited that I'm able to roll out 3 out of the 4 shades, and like just by usage, and then like choosing to use out the 4th shade. So I will technically be refreshing this as well, half intentionally, half not intentionally, but I am ready to roll in the 3 shades from the palette, and then I'm going to actually, all my singles are kind of all over the place. I didn't put them into my large Gimme Glow palette that I usually do, so I'm gonna have to go get them all and just kind of like number them, I suppose, and figure what we're going to do for that. But for now, we're going to focus on the 3 shades that are coming from palettes. So I'm going to randomize, again, a letter, the same way that I do for my project level up, and then I'm going to randomize the shade from that letter. So we are going to, not what I want, we're going to reset the letters, and we're going to choose 3. So we have J, H, and V. Oh goodness. J, H, and V. Pretty sure I have shades for everything though. So J, H, and V. Okay, I do. Should probably grab a pen so I can write this down. V, there's 13. Okay, so let's do this. So for H, I have 30 letters, or 30 shades that start with the letter H. So we are going to randomize 1 through 30. We have number 1, which is Hello Fabulous by the ColourPop and Lizzie McGuire palette. Okay. For the letter J, I have 10, so we are going to change the 30 to 10. It's now 10. Sorry, the light reflecting off of here is so bright. I'm trying to get this. I don't even know if we can see it right now. There, let's try this. Number 1 again, which is Juicy by the Blend Bunny Surge palette. So I'm curious about what those ones are. And then V, I have 13 letters, or 13 shades. 12. Which is Vexed by Blend Bunny Blends. So let's see what that shade is, because I have that one right here. I'm not going to show you guys just yet though, but I am curious. Vexed? Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, let me go get the other 2 palettes. I'm going to go get all of my singles. We will randomize my singles, and then I'm going to show you guys what I'm working on. Okay, so I have seemed to not misplace, but I need to find where all of my singles are. I have like maybe about half of them sitting in front of me right now. So we are going to go through these. The palette on the bottom has the most shades, and then it kind of goes up to the least. So that's how we're going to do this. I have 30 shades that are eligible for this. So I'm going to randomize 1 through 30, and then I will count and see what shade we land on, and then I will show you guys everything. Also, I'm probably going to re-roll for a couple of the shades that I chose. I'm just not feeling those shades. So we're going to see what happens. But first, we are going to do 1 through 30. Not 1 to 1, 1 to 30. Done. Let's see what my single shade is. 3. So we're starting off with the one that has the most, which I think is Looksy. 1, 2, 3 is this light, very pretty blue shade that I can use on the inner corner. So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to that one. Where is the other stuff? Where's the rest of it all? Okay. So what did I get? I got Vexed from the Surge palette. No. Juicy from the Surge palette, which is this deeper orange. I got Vexed from the Blends palette, and as beautiful as these 2 shades are and as pretty as they would go together, I'm not really feeling this right now. And then my 4th shade is Hello Fabulous from What Dreams Are Made Of palette, which is not so bad. It's a light purple shimmer. So I'm going to keep the 2 shimmers, and I'm going to re-roll for these 2 shades in the middle because I'm not feeling it. I do need to go wipe my hands off though. This is such a chaotic video right now. Okay, just 1 second. All right, let's try this again. So we are going to randomize 2 more letters. No, let's not do that. Okay, let's randomize 2 more letters. So we have D and N. So the letter D. I have 31 shades. Number 30. Oh. Okay, that's actually, that's really funny, but that will work. Okay, so we're gonna stick with that. I'll show you guys in just a second what shade I got. And for the letter N, I have 15, so that's not so bad to go through. Nope. 15 and number 1. Oh, I think, okay, let me go get the new stuff. I will be right back. All right, so I have my new shades. I'm kind of excited about this. It's a little funny, but I think things are gonna work out really well. So I'm going to pack up my little notebook. I'm going to show you guys what I got. You probably just saw a sneak peek right there. So for my single shade, I'm gonna just kind of re-swatch everything. Where did it go here? My single shade is in this little palette right here. It's the light blue. Is this Electric Lemonade by Looksy. So that is the shade right here. Then I have the Colourpop and Lizzie McGuire What Dreams Are Made Of palette. This is Hello Fabulous, which is this light purple shimmer. Then the next shade that I got is Deep Plum, which is the bottom shade from this Kaja Rosewater stack, which if you just saw my project level up, I just graduated, leveled up to level 2. I rolled this out. This is what was my level 1 when I refreshed it. So this bottom shade that I only used one time is what is being rolled into here, but I think I can make it work. It is light enough, like sheer enough, I guess I should say, that I could make it work for this time of year. And then the last shade comes from my Amrezy palette by ABH. I haven't actually really used this, I think maybe only once. And the shade is New Yorker. I totally butchered that. And it's just this brown shade. So I think I could get some decent use. This is the palette and it's the shade right here. So I do think I could get some decent use on these shades over the next little bit. This is definitely like an inner corner. I can pair this with either one of any of these shades actually, but I think this is gonna be a really good crease color. This would be like all over the lid. This could be as well, but it'll probably be more of like the blown out outer corner. But I'm excited. I'm gonna be really like interested to see how long it's gonna take to hit pan on any of these shades. But I am really excited to get some use on these. And then that would be 2 pans in this Kaja stack, which is wonderful. And pretty much a little bit more usage on this, which is perfect. My singles are getting its use. And then I can finally have a pan in this baby right there and hopefully create some looks with just that palette alone. Because I really, like I said, haven't used it. I think I've used it only one time and I've had it for a while. So I am super excited to like actually dip into it. So those are my 4 shades again. So I'm just gonna swatch them on my arm really quick here. Yeah, really, really horrible swatches, but it's not so bad. It'll be interesting, that's for sure. And there's still definitely like summery colors to a point where I can make it work. So I'm excited about that. So that is the craziness of this video. I'm glad I got it narrowed down to these 4 shades at least. I'm hoping that over the next little bit I'll just end up going with whatever rolls in and I'm not going to be so chaotic all of the time, but I really do want to just make this something that's really enjoyable for me, and right now doing it this way just kind of is. So unfortunately I apologize for all of the craziness, the chaoticness, the undecisiveness, but it is what it is. So anyways, that is everything for this video. I apologize it took so long to get another update up, but it is here. We are here and ready to roll. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.